I'm the Biz Manager and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included, the Frosty Planet Pack DLC. Now my friends, today we are gonna start working on our power grid. You see, right now we are dependent on manual labor to achieve a minimum power requirement, but those kinds of labor are quite precious on other things, so what if we could automate that? Right. Now we still need a few extra materials, but the technology is already available to us. We will be using the wood burner plus the smart battery. Could we please? Thank you. Plus the smart battery to just automate that process, and in the process of doing that, we will be saving on some wood, which is quite the precious material right now. We are just getting it from the antlers of these foxes, also known as very quirky squirrels. I don't know. In any case, that's what we will be working today. Could we please get rid of that? Thank you so much. Now, we have received some comments telling us like one small detail, which is that the oxalite, whenever it off-gases, it crushes the carbon dioxide below it, which is kind of a problem, given that carbon dioxide is our only source of oxygen, funny enough. So if we could avoid doing that, it would be fan-freaking-tastic. Now, one way of avoiding that is by putting a mesh tile underneath the place where the oxalite is going to come from, right? Like, for example, right there. That way, whenever it off-gases, instead of crushing, let's say this was oxalite, instead of off-gassing and crushing the carbon dioxide against the tile, it will just push it downwards, which is, you know, better. I would never thought that I would take caution not to destroy carbon dioxide, but, well, things change, I suppose. Now, my friends, just a quick side note. If I do sound a bit off today, well, it's because last Sunday I yawned so hard that I probably slightly dislocated my jaw and it hurts a lot. So if I sound like I'm talking through my teeth, that's because I am. That's what you get when you don't rest properly. But well. Now, my friends, moving on to other things, I am noticing a severe lack of coal around here. That's pretty bad, not because we want to burn it, but because we need it to make steel, which is, as you might know, extremely important. Maybe there is a coal in another biome, but usually in the abyssalite biome is where you can find copious amounts of coal, and this time there is none. Which is probably bad for us. Now, luckily the printing pod is here for us. We already got a few drops of coal, which means at least we will have the bare minimum to get like cooling loops and whatnot. But yeah, that's not great. Okay, my friends, so we want to put the power somewhere over here so that the temperature doesn't shift too much to the point that these things won't grow. After all, they are quite... I'm sorry that I'm pausing all the time, it's just my habits. As I was gonna say, these things, the floxes, the plants, blah 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 blah, they require severe low temperatures. Eventually we'll push them out of our base so that we can achieve a living temperature, but right now it's almost impossible. Therefore I believe that the best course of action is just to push it like at least one more floor, not put it over here, right in next to these things, but one more floor so that we can at least you know, have some space in between that. So we're gonna push these things down a little bit, like for example right here, and then maybe a little bit more, you know, because why not? Oxygen, always very important. And then we'll put the power right on top of it. That way the carbon dioxide will go down, get converted into oxygen, and then pushed up because our loops will just pick it up, you know. Alright, first part of this process has been completed. We have our expanded aloe vera, or alveo vera, mouthful right there, right here. We won't have any production of oxalite for the next 2 days, but that's fine. I believe we do have more than enough oxygen to survive. Now with that said, I think we already have everything. No, 2 work orders remaining. It's fine. Someone will get it done eventually. Eventually. Now, my friends, we need to start making some calculations right here, because we are using wood for a lot of things. We are using wood for this, we are using wood for that, even though it's not active right now. We'll be burning wood. We are using wood to build. In the future, we'll be using wood to make ethanol. You get the point, right? I am under the suspicion that we will need a copious amount of those little creatures. So I think some calculations are in order. I have my trusty calculator in my hand right now, because calculations are difficult for a tiny brain like mine. And right now we can see that we are utilizing 25 grams per second. Now that's quite a lot. What do we have? Yeah, we can't take anyone right now. Doesn't matter how good you are. So 25, we know that we have a cycle of 600 seconds, so we are utilizing 15,000 grams per second. Ah, okay, these are kilograms and those are grams. Okay. So 15 kilos, that's not a lot. We get 300 from each one of these guys, so at least on that part, why did I even bother calculate it? It's perfect. It's fine. We are using nothing. 15 kilos per day per burner, like 30 kilos per day. We get 300 from an harvest, which means that like 300 from one guy, we can fuel these two for like 10 days. That's awesome, you know. But now we're gonna start burning it. That's less awesome. How much do you use? Shut up. Stop it. Jesus Christ. 1.2 kilos per second. Now that's not perfect, you know. What? Jesus, like, I am trying to focus. I'm doing the worst thing for me, which is math, okay? And you're constantly annoying me. What? Nothing? Can I proceed? Thank you. 1.2 kilos, we'll have at least 2 of those guys, so 2.4 kilos, but they won't be active all the time, so, you know, we'll have to eyeball it a little bit. We'll have to see if our stockpile is going down or if it's going up. Okay, so our setup would be looking something like this. I'll have to, come on guys, just do those things. Like one battery, one smart battery there is, a couple of wood burners and a power transmitter. Transformer. Learn how to read, Base Manager. That is because we want to convert like this massive power line to just a tiny one, and from here we do something like super temporary, because you know me. If I'm not doing temporary things, am I actually doing something? No, of course not. Okay, I think this is the final part. Well, plus this bit of wire, but yeah, that seems to be okay. Oops. One final piece missing, because of course it is. These things will have to be loaded manually, unfortunately, but it is fine. We want this thing to be always loaded at all times. We'll increase the priority a little bit so that the dupes actually focus on doing it. And that should be it. Tomorrow, this thing will get done. Let's just increase the priority a little bit so that the dupes actually focus on this. Cramped? Why? There is so much space right there. I don't know. How much space do you need? I think it's usually like 12 tiles per dude, right? Well, that kind of sucks. If you are all cramped, like there is 6 of you right there. You're telling me that I can only have 5 of you per ranch? Well, maybe it's the eggs. Maybe that's it. I'm going to assume that's the case. Now, guys, it would be really nice. High threshold, low threshold, send a green signal. Let's say at 50%. And then I want you to stop at 95%. Now, guys, it would be really cool if you guys could come over here and fuel these things up. You know, we don't have the automation just yet, although we could start working on that now that I think about it. Let's see if I can find the rail system. This thing, mighty useful, let me tell you right now. Yeah, let's do that. Although we need a mechatronics, which gonna suck, but well. Okay, so this thing is now going. Not charging. We still have that juice to contend with. Yeah, it's charging that battery. Oh, really? Now you don't charge all the batteries at the same time, you charge them sequentially? And now that's neat. I like that. And as we can see, it stopped from consuming all the wood that we have in store. Fan-freaking-tastic. Okay, so this was actually easier than I thought, which means we can now start thinking about the next big topic. The fact that we are surrounded by a very nasty temperature, right? All the dupes are constantly cold and you need to go over there, warm their ends and pretend that they don't feel as cold as they really are. So, what do we need? We need to make them coats, like the one Pei has. In order to make them coats, we need fibers. These dudes are the fibers, but they eat these squashes. Now, the squashes, they require ethanol, which is refined through a wood. And therefore, we need the technology to actually refine it. What is that? Mallow seeds. Probably not that useful. At least not right now. So, we need to refine the wood into ethanol, then use the ethanol through pipes in the advanced versions of these things, which we still don't have, I think. Nope. The hydroponics. And then capture a couple of these dudes. Can we wrangle them? I don't even know if we can. We can. It's fine. Well, and then, you know, we shear them, get the fibers, build them coats, and they should be a-okay for the foreseeable future. Okay, so we got this one done. At least for now. We can't really use it. What is this? Storage tile used to build the walls and floor of rooms. Provides built-in storages for small spaces. Huh. I didn't even know that was a thing. Okay, interesting. I don't even remember the name of that thing. Let's see if I can find it. Here we go. It's in Distillation. It's actually pretty easy for us to get it. We already have most of it. We just need this and then this so that we collect that. It goes into there and through pipes it gets into these things. Where are they? I don't know. It should be over here. Maybe I'm going blind, but it should be around here somewhere. The hydroponic tiles. Here they are. Hydroponic tiles. Oh, hello. Bon trees. Shut up. I'm thinking. A tree. That's nice. What do these things do? Bonbon trees branches synthesize light to produce nectar. Branches can be harvested for wood, so this is nice. And they need snow. And they just need snow. Well, ain't that something? Nectar. Doesn't really say what can be used for. Sucrose in water. So probably it's something to make plastic. That's useful. Okay, so maybe we should try and grab one of those. It doesn't require a lot of things, and it gives us wood, which is, as we have already established, quite important. I'm doing some exploratory mining, and yeah, I cannot find any traces of coal. That well, given that we also don't have hatches, and hatches cannot survive at this temperature even if we got them through the printing pod, that might be difficult. Let me just double check. Hatches. Yeah. Give me the... Well, they kinda can live at this temperature. So maybe... if we get them through the printing pod, it would... but they eat minerals, and we really don't have a lot of minerals left to build, let alone to feed them. So maybe that's not such a great idea. Alright, now, we already have most of the tech that we are gonna require for distillation. Now, distillation is actually kinda good, because that means that the wood burner will be mostly a temporary affair. Because we can go to this thing, the oil refinery. Damn it. Go over there. The oil not the refinery, the petroleum generator. It can use ethanol to produce power, loads of power. Polluted water is whatever. We need to set up some system to take care of that. We can even use it to off-gas oxygen and convert it into more oxygen for us. It off-gases polluted oxygen and we convert it using the thingy. So it might even be extremely useful for us utilizing that technology. But for now I want the ethanol refinement capabilities just to feed the critter so that we can actually get some nice coats for our dupes. Oh, look at that, we found the biobot builder. Yeah, if I recall correctly, this needs like zombie spores. Yeah. Not gonna happen anytime soon. Not gonna happen anytime soon. As per usual, I love the fact that I cannot build anything in its proper place. Nope, nope, nope. I always have to build it first, realize there is something missing, like, I don't know, a little bit of storage for that nice wood so that we can have this do it automatically. And then we can put the ethanol distiller right next to it, that way the auto sweeper will both fuel these things and the distiller itself. Meaning that no dupe interaction is required. Wait, what's this? Why do we have liquid mercury right there? I don't know. I don't know. That doesn't sound like a very good thing. I think this is the planetary transport thingy. Oh, look! Spigot seals. Nice. I think we need to, They enjoy sipping nectar straight from the trees. And they produce ethanol. How about that, huh? Yeah, I was gonna say, this doesn't seem like a very good thing. Mercury is known for being quite poisonous towards human beings. Except, of course, if you are a shark, but sharks are a different kind of living creature. So, I don't know. That doesn't look like a good thing right there. I always forget, my friends, how small the spaced out map is. We already have one corner right there. And another one right there. Look! It's right there, right there. This is the core of the colony, right? Like, if you are a regular, you know this. I always build a core, and then a wing to the side, and then another wing to the side, and that is the main base where the dupes live, eat, blah, 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 right? And then we put everything else on the outside, like farms, ranches, and all of those things. This is already too short of space for the things I want to build, even though we only hollowed out a little bit. Yeah, I always forget about this little detail. Alright, so we do have all the technology required to get the other dudes, the other critters. But what to do next? I was just thinking about the power. Yeah. We should get the power. And probably the plastics, yeah. Convert petroleum or nectar into raw plastic. So let's get these two. These three, I mean. But on top of that, there is something else that we could start thinking about, since we are gonna get the fibers, you know. And that is suits. With suits, we'll be able to insulate our colony, create a liquid lock or some sort of other types of locks. Well, maybe we'll even use mercury, because why not, right? I doubt that this thing is poisonous to dupes. Yeah, we might use some sort of liquid to create a lock. And then after that, you know what that means. Once we have our base, we'll heat it up to livable temperatures, and then we'll just hollow out the entire planet to get all of those sweet resources. Now, on other news, when it comes to the wood consumption, like, for example, let's not... Oh, I can't set up the amount of stuff that I want over there. Well, we could use a little bit of automation, right? Although we don't have the NOT gate. Well, in any case, I don't want 5,000 kilograms of ethanol right now. That would take care... that would cost us... if my math is correct, that would cost us 10,000... Yeah, 10 tons of wood. That's less than what we have right now. So maybe not ideal, you know? Maybe we don't want this thing to work all the time. But a little bit of ethanol is going to be required. But yeah. So let's say 10% of these 500 kilograms. Yeah, that seems feasible. A little bit of automation right here. Bam, bam. Perfect. Wait a minute. What's going on? Why did you stop? Why did you stop cleaning this? I'm gonna murder one of you guys. I'm gonna murder you. You bastards. You always do this. Thank you so freaking much. Now the entire colony is oh my god, I can't even speak right now. The entire colony is gonna be smelling like poop. Do you think that's a good thing? Do you? Wait, you can make pipes out of metal now? Seriously? Huh. That's quite interesting. Well, I mean, it is a new source of oxygen, you know, poop. Who could think? Who could ever thought that poop would turn into oxygen? No one. No one, I tell you. But still, I would rather not have the entire thing smell that poorly. Of course, no one needs to clean the mess you guys made like 3 cycles ago. No, you don't need to do that. Why would you do that? Like, they are not doing that because there are like 5,000 different tasks to do every single day. And obviously, you know, none of them is up to the task. They have better things to do in their priority list. Ah, man. Now, next dupe. We need an operator. Like, ideally, it would be an operator capable of doing both building and operating. That would be the ideal. So yeah, next dupe with nice stats. Waterweed? Okay. The next dupe with nice stats in that regard will take oh my god, we'll take them in. That's why I am already like working on this, a new room for more dupes, a new mass table and everything. Yeah. Now over here, just disregard this. These are measurements that I'm taking. This is gonna be the edge of our colony. We're gonna have the 64 tile rooms over here, and then we're gonna have 64 tile rooms over on that side. Measurements not yet done. This is a 96 tile room for the ranches and farms in the future. This area is pretty good for that. Oh, look at that! The teletransporter. Jesus, teleporter transmitter. That's what I meant to say. Found. Nice. This is a nice area. Oh my god, you seriously did that, didn't you? God damn it, get out of there. I say you, but I mean me. We messed up because there is bleach stone and we don't want the chlorine in our like colony. Please, someone come over here, build that pretty quick. But yeah, that's what I was gonna say. There is no sublimation thingies over here. So we can do that, no problemo. Our dupes can go over there without suits. There is like no bad atmosphere that they need to be protected or anything. So yeah, this is the area where we're gonna put all of these critters in the future. Right now they are going to stay right there, but that's not gonna take long. Trust me on that one. Alright, moving on. These things, they need light. These shine bugs, they are interacting with it, and as we can see, the moment they go away, please go away, please go away, please go away, please go away. Well, they will wither, not grow. So yeah, these things are gonna need light if we are to grow them, but that's fine. That's totally fine. Like, I'm doing everything in my power to prevent myself from giving them more tasks, but I just can't control myself. My mind is racing ahead of what the dupes can do. I just keep adding more tasks and more tasks and more tasks. But yeah, with only 4 oh my god, here we go. This thing is already working. Alright, that's nice, that's nice. I was gonna say I really would rather them focusing on this. But apparently they are already doing that. Awesome. There is nothing inside, but please. There is nothing being stored, but at least the squash plants are now growing. Fantastic. We can get these things. Oh my god, it is so cute when it is a baby. So, are you pretty old? You are about to die. Well, this thing is incubating. Soon it will give us a newborn. Yeah. I completely lost my train of thought, but yeah, this thing is now ready, which means we soon will have the stuff to make coats. How far away from the coats are we? Think it should be somewhere over here in the middle, the thing that fabricates the coats. Exosuit forge, there we go, textile production. It's a little bit far away, but we can do that. Right now we are focusing on something else. Research-wise, yeah, it's the last one, the plastic manufactory. Then we'll go into textiles. Giving every single dupe a coat, now more than ever, is extremely important. Now, unfortunately, we won't have the snazzy suit. We won't be able to give them snazzy suits until we stabilize the colony, give them, exosuit and all that. So there will be a severe lack of snazziness around here. Okie dokie, here we go. We got some reed fibers. 5 fibers from one behemoth. Kinda meh. Kinda meh, to be perfectly honest. Why did you die? Plants have died. Why? Is it too hot right now? No, it's still minus 15 in the liquid pipes. Minus 14, not great. Mind you, but still within the ranges. Oh, I don't know, man. Things are complicated sometimes. Another plant has died. I'm starting to think this has to do with the temperatures or something. That's not good. We need to get the insulating tiles. Right now wood will suffice because it's quite insulating. So let's just put a row of wood right there to prevent it to prevent the heat from bleeding into that ranching area. Okay, this is less than ideal, but it's still manageable. I think it's the polluted water causing the problems, my friends. These insulating tiles are doing its job, but the water is at -8, which in turn, might kill the plants. That's just straight up annoying, but well. Hopefully whenever we get the next dupe, which probably is gonna take a very long time, we will be able to, clean out our colony. But I don't have any hopes. Now, over here I just want to make sure that, if the dupes have time, they'll collect the eggs and put them outside. Like, these dudes are cramped. Like, there are 3 of them, and yet they are cramped. I wonder that I'm pretty certain that in the middle of all of this junk, there is eggs hidden. So if you just put the eggs outside, well, it's no longer a problem. Now, is it? Oh, also, I checked over here in the database. These need 12 tiles like the hatches, so in theory we should be okay with 8 critters, But the eggs also count, so that's kind of a problem. Alright, my friends, we now have the textile loom. Which mercury, yeah, better not use that, otherwise it's gonna melt. We need 200 of those things. Power, yeah, I think that's cool. Yeah, let's get a few extra, shall we? Oh, what is that? Oh, that's nice. That's neat. That's neat indeed. We need 200, so give me 4 work orders of that, and maybe, just maybe, our dupes won't be as chilly for much longer. Will we get lucky this time? It is the last opportunity of this episode. Operating. Gourmet, slow learner, pacifist. Yikes. No thank you. Building, supplying. Yeah, these dupes are straight up terrible. Alright, my friends, it won't be ready this episode, but at least we already have the materials for the textile loom. How cool is that? Well, I mean, I said that, and Pace started to build it, but given that her skill in building is not that great, don't expect her to get it done before the end of the cycle. Gotta be honest, I'm pretty happy with our progress today. We got the fibers rolling, we have some wood rolling, power, oxygen is dealt with, although, gotta be honest, the smell of farts in the colony is pretty intense. Bit disgusting, but well, what can we do, right? What can we do? We also explored quite a bit of the map. We now know our limitations. We are starting to delineate our future base, and yeah, a lot of progress. Now, speaking about future base, my friends, we will not give them private bedrooms. These requirements are ridiculous. Luxury barracks for everybody. Yeah, that's what we are gonna roll with on this colony. But my friends, with all that said, I think that we are gonna cut it here. 30 cycles for this episode, and I think we utilize them pretty well. So yeah, next episode I would really like. In fact, we can even start. What should I say? We can even kill them. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Jesus, sometimes English difficult, you know. We already have not enough, but close to enough, so that everybody can have a warm coat, which is pretty cool. So yeah, next episode I would really like to start moving some of this stuff out of here and getting some research done, some new dupes in, and you know, exploring the map, see what we have available to us, and progress through the tech tree in order to get our dupes as comfortable as possible. But with all of that said, my friends, I hope that you have enjoyed this episode and that you are enjoying the series so far. If you are, please consider subscribing and help the channel grow. Also, oops, sorry. Also, if you'd like to see this series continue, please leave me a comment down below. But in the meantime, this is the Base Manager signing out. Bye bye.